And give me wings to travel swiftly o'er fields of green and skies of blue, and let my wings lift me higher and bring
balcony? Okay. Once again, it's my pleasure to welcome the parents, the relatives, and the friends of an 8th grade graduating class. These are the middle school closing exercises, and we're happy to have all of you here to help us celebrate this day with these young people. This is a very special group of children. All our children are special, but there's some reasons why these are rather special. First of all, half of the 38 members of this class have attended Morgan Park Academy since 2nd grade. In September of 1983, Mangai Rumagam, John Bertoletti, Courtney Burke, Renee Canick, Artie Chavaria, Patrick Conwell, Candace Cuevas, Genevieve DeCola, Dorian Hyde, Meredith Killian, Karma Shaw, and Paul Stavropoulos entered Mrs. Palmer's pre-first grade class. Some with excitement and some with some reluctance. In the yearbook that year, they polled the pre-first graders, and Patrick Conwell said, "My first school year is great, especially when I'm out of class." In describing their favorite things about pre-first grade, Renee said doing math papers. Sounds like Renee. Paul liked to play outside. Sounds like Paul. This doesn't sound like Meredith. Meredith's favorite thing was lunch. But in September of 1984, Sharad Delakia, Lisa Ehrman, John Gupta, Margaret Kissel, Amy Paces, and Brenda Robinson arrived, followed the next year by Ranjan Gindi and Antoine Green. So you can see we've known them for a long time, and they know us very well too. Academically, this group has received many honors and awards. 15 members of the class received Presidential Academic Fitness Awards. 14 members of the class, along with 32 members of the 6th and 7th grade, qualified for the Midwest Talent Search at Northwestern University by scoring at or above the 95th percentile in one or more areas of a standardized test. 18 members of the class were winners in the MTA Honor Scholarship Competition held in January. 8th graders Michael Danielewicz and Dorian Hike won awards at the Regional Science Fair in March. Dana Sasso, Renee Canick, Michael Danielewicz, and John Bertoletti won 1st and 2nd place awards at the State Solo Ensemble Music Contest in February, and you can see why by listening to them today. And Mira Shaw and Lynn Punch placed 7th and 8th in the nation in the National French Contest. So these are some very talented young ladies and gentlemen. They also have a third characteristic, which we enjoy, and it's their love of conversation, especially with each other. They're fun to be with, but sometimes they teachers would have liked a little less noise. I think perhaps that we are sending into the world the future graduating class will be completely composed of lawyers. Is that what it's like? This year's gone by very quickly. There were trips to Colorado for the 6th grade, Springfield for 7th grade, and Washington and Williamsburg for 8th grade. Shane Jones and his brother Jared took over my job for a day and gave everyone a great time, thanks to their parents' purchase of this job at Salute. The 7th graders made a beautiful quilt, which was much to my surprise. I really didn't think they could do it. And the annual middle school drama was fun for the actors and the audience alike. Environmental concerns continue to be evident throughout the school. Our students collect paper, cans, and so forth on a regular basis. And of course, we have an annual Earth Day celebration in April. Our band has grown in number and sound and delighted us with their talent at the spring musical program. We're grateful to Mrs. Gillis and Mrs. Nolan for developing a great music program for all our students and for a very wonderful program today. We also want to thank them, along with Mr. Wojtyla, for his help with the projection of the slide, Matt Stelton, who makes the slide, and the 7th grade helpers, John Drew, Alan Golden, Michael Dixon, Joseph Morrow, and Stephen Conchett, who help us with the lights and the slides and the curtains. And special thanks to Mr. Malcolm because he always maintains order. They listen to him much better than Mr. Nixon. I'd also like to thank the 8th graders for rising to the occasion and providing us with a very great program today. And we especially thank the parents for your support in helping us to guide these young people through an important and sometimes turbulent phase of their lives. We have a number of awards to present today, and I'd like to begin with recognition of the students in grades 6, 7, and 8 who are on the high honor roll, the criteria being an average of 90 or above in all major subjects with no grade below 85. This is a rather remarkable thing because in the middle school this year, almost 1/3 of the class, of each of these classes, all collectively, are on the high honor roll. I'd like now to read the names of the students who received a high honor roll pin, and if you will come forward, Mr. Jones will present you with a high honor roll pin. Maybe if you would reserve your applause until we get to the end, because we have a lot of people getting involved. And we'll begin with the 6th grade. Students in the 6th grade who are on the year high honor roll, please come forward to get your pins. Melissa Ahmed, Brooke Kamekar, Ellen Blair True, Matthew Davenport, Salil Gindi, Carolyn Hahn, Kedar Takotar, Kiki Linton, Parag Marai, Vera Shaw, and Ramesh Srivastava. Congratulations. Students in the 7th grade on the high honor roll: David Chang, Mary Beth Collins, Leah Concannon, Amanda Davis Aiken, Michael Driscoll, Chandru Alangovan, Deanna Johnson, Joseph Morrow, Rosalind Township, Namrata Shaw, and Soham Vaishnav. And members of the 8th grade class who are on the high honor roll for the year: Mangai Rumagam, Kiran Bhupal, Renee Kanik, Michael Danielavis, Chirag Dalakia, Claire Gold, John Gupta, Siddharth Kotkar, and Ankur Patel. Junior Honor Society, an honor society for middle school students, was established at Forest Park Academy. Qualified students must have a cumulative average of 88 for their middle school years and must be elected by a faculty committee on the basis of citizenship, service, character, and leadership. I would first like to read the present names of the members of the National Junior Honor Society. They do not come forward because they've already received their certificates and pins, but I'd like to recognize them. 7th graders: David Chang, Leah Concannon, Amanda Davis Aiken, Michael Driscoll, Christine Johnson, Joseph Morrow, Namrata Shaw, Omar Sharif, and Soham Vaishnav. In 8th grade: Mangai Arumagam, Kiran Bhupal, Renee Kanik, Patrick Conwell, Candace Flavis, Michael Danielavis, Chirag Dalakia, Claire Gold, John Gupta, Jane Jones, Siddharth Kakodkar, Eric Killian, Ann Kimball, Elizabeth Knudsen, Brenda Robinson, Seymour Sarder, and Karma Shaw. And now I would like to present a pin and certificate to the newly elected members of the National Junior Honor Society. If they would please come forward to receive their certificates and pins. In 7th grade: Mary Beth Collins, Chandru Islangovan, Lynn Township, and Stephen Yak. And from 8th grade, Anka Patel. And now I'd like to present to you Mrs. Geraldine Stavropoulos, president of the MPA Mothers Club, who is also an MPA alumna, and also a mother of a graduate today. And Mrs. Stavropoulos will present the Mothers Club Awards in art, music, and drama.
This year's Mothers Club Award in art goes to Siddhartha Kulkar. The Mothers Club Award in music goes to Michael Danielewicz. And the Mothers Club Award in drama goes to Alyssa Ehrman.
Everybody, I'm sure, knows Mr. Malcolm, who is the middle school science teacher, head teacher in the middle school, coordinator of student activities, and the originator and organizer of the science fair. He'll present several awards today. One to the outstanding student in the science fair and the Students' Council Service Award.
First of all, let me add my thank you also for the brief period of time that I've had to spend with some of these students. It's very interesting. These are some of my last kids that I've had in after-school classes. We no longer have them. And so many of these kids I have spent a lot of time with. And I thank them for the time. I thank you also for that time of being with your children. Thank you very much. Science Award. A savings bond presented to the 8th grade student whose project was chosen by the judges as the best in the middle school science fair. And this year's award goes to Michael Danielewicz. And Student Council Service Awards, plaques awarded to an 8th grade boy and girl selected by their classmates for outstanding leadership, citizenship, and activities. This year's recipient for the girls is Brenda Robinson. And for the boys is Shane Jones. Thank you.
This is Lauren Heller, who's the sponsor of our outstanding middle school newspaper. And I think there are copies downstairs for ladies and gentlemen for you. We'll present the Journalism Award.
We had a lot of energy on our staff this year. We didn't lack for energy, and that energy was well spent. Students were often visiting the computer room during their study halls and during free periods and after school. They would come in asking if we could get into the computer room, and Mrs. Lewis gave her help with that. And they really spent a lot of time, and it was wonderful working with them. We had an array of talent, artists, writing, and they're just an enjoyable group to be around. Sometimes they wanted to do it on their own. That didn't always crave my guidance, but it was there. All right, the Journalism Award is a plaque awarded to an 8th grade student for outstanding work on the middle school newspaper. This year's winner is Renee Canning.
DeWalt Macklin chapter of the National Society of the Daughters of the American Revolution presents an award to a boy and a girl in the 8th grade based on honor, service, courage, leadership, and patriotism. Today, we are pleased to have Mrs. Thelma Colberg, regent of the DeWalt Macklin chapter, to present these awards. It's my pleasure today to present these awards to Claire Gold and Ranjan Gimden. The DAR also sponsors a contest in the 7th grade and the 5th grade. It's an American History Essay Contest. And today I'd like to present certificates to students whose essays were judged to be the best, and a DAR History Award to the person whose essay was judged to be the top one of those who came into this contest and into the next level. Students whose essays were written will receive certificates. If you would come forward, I have a certificate for you. All of the essays were extremely well done this year, and they were very, very interesting. They wrote on American women and the American Revolution, which is the interesting topic of the world, especially. So these people would come forward. Leah Concannon from Radha Shaw, Rosalind Township, Soham Bashna. And the student whose award was sent in as the best of this group, Christine Johnson. Now, Mrs. Gillis with his band. I'd like to come forward now and present the award to the 8th grade members of the band.
This year, our concert band consisted of 38 middle school and 5th grade students. There are 12 8th graders in this group, and I'm hoping to see a great many of them back again next year. The certificate says, in appreciation of outstanding musical contributions to Morgan Park Academy Concert Band. And I'd like these 8th graders to come forward and be recognized at this time. Dana Sasso, Brenda Robinson, Rachel Malinga, Margaret Kissel, John Gupta, Antoine Green, Claire Gold, Jennifer Nicola, Mike Vandalevich, Renee Tannick, Corinne Paul, and John Bertoletti.
studies in colleges. Because in the past 2 years, we have been associated with the American Classical League in giving a national mythology test. The test includes about 40 questions on mythology, 30 questions of general knowledge, and the students take a choice of subtests of 10 questions each in either the Iliad, the Aeneid, African myths, and the Odyssey. The participants all receive a ribbon, and anybody who has placed in the top 10% score-wise in the nation receives a bronze medal. I'm very happy to present the bronze medal to Stephanie Moreno this year.
This year's award by the Illinois Council of Teachers of Mathematics will be led by Mrs. Peggy Lewis, our local math teacher. I have to take a minute just to look at them because they're so pretty. Throughout middle school, 6th, 7th, and 5th or 8th grade, students in my math classes and the South math classes took several concepts. One of them was supported by the Illinois Council of Teachers of Mathematics. The other is a National Mathematics Week concept, so it has certificates and ribbons to give out for both. So bear with me, there's a lot of names. In the 6th grade, Jonathan Freeman, Will Hindi, Pretty Mud Hot, Parag Marai, Ramesh Srinivasan. In the 7th grade, David Chang, William Buchanan, Mike Driscoll, Stephen Concept, Omar Sharif, Steve Yap. And in the 8th grade, Azhar Ali, Joe Bonomo, Rachel Malinga, Robert Newsom, Taylor Carter, and Paul Stavropoulos. Finally, in the National Mathematics League, in the pre-algebra contest, first place went to David Chang, second place to Leah Buchanan. And 6th grade, first place went to Lynette Srinivasan, and second place to Pretty Mudhon. Mr. Paul Casaban, our physical education director, will now present the athletic awards to the 8th grade boys.
Good afternoon, everyone. I want to first of all thank all the parents. The activities, of course, are always after school, and I feel sorry for the parents who have to wait sometimes for the bus to get back. We say 6:30, and then there's traffic, so you don't get back till 7. So I really appreciate the parents, all their help, all they've done for the students. And again, for the 8th grade class, I thank you for all your work. Our 8th grade athletes have really been outstanding this year. If you'd be surprised, I was surprised myself this afternoon when I see all the people that are performing these are our athletes as well. It's important, I think, to have a good, rounded education in athletics and education. And right now, you can see our 8th grade class really excel. Okay. The athletes, we do, the coaches all get together, we try to decide who the 2 outstanding athletes are for the year. And so for this year, we came up with Meredith Killian as the young lady. Worked very hard. I had him in several sports. He played soccer outstanding, and the winner for the male is Shrag Delakia.
We have with us today Mr. William Collins, who is president of the Fathers Club, and he will present awards to the students with the highest and second highest academic standing in each of the 3 middle school grades. I'd like to say at this point, this is a very difficult thing to do, because this is based exactly on their numerical average, and we hardly know until the last day who the winners will be. And on rare occasions, there will be 2 people who have the same average. And in this year that happened in one of the grades, and so you will find that in one grade we have 2 first grade place awards and no second place awards. I'd like to present Mr. Collins.
Fathers Club Achievement Awards for 6th grade. 2nd place, Mira Shah. 1st place, Ramesh Srinivas. For 7th grade, 2nd place, Leah Kincannon. 1st place, Rosalind Ponche. For 8th grade, we have 2 first places. Michael Danielevich, Siddharth Kakotka.
A very special man joined the MPA Board of Trustees, and in doing so, entered and touched the lives of everyone at the school. A retired realtor, this kind and courteous gentleman quickly became our protector, helper, and giver of gifts. He donated prizes for contests, helped in the people at the Washington James Smith Home, the Key Club, and in general looked away to make this a better world. 5 years ago, our good friend Henry Warner Kennedy died at the age of 88, doing what he loved best, dancing, while at the Washington James Smith Home. To keep his memory alive, we established an annual award to an 8th grader who personified Mr. Kennedy's life of service, courtesy, and consideration of others. For this award, 8th graders are nominated by faculty members and students, and the winner is chosen by a faculty committee. It is my privilege and pleasure today to award a gold medal to a student who has all the time I've ever known has these qualities. Courtney Burke. J. Kling Award.
The Stephen J. Kling Award is a cup and gold plaque awarded each year to the student in the 8th grade, chosen by vote of the faculty and administration, whose distinguished record of scholarship, leadership, and citizenship best exemplifies the program of Morgan Park Academy. This award is named in honor of Major Stephen J. Kling. Major Kling joined the lower school faculty of Morgan Park Military Academy back in 1924. During his 36 years of service, Steve was a classroom instructor, a field representative for the school, executive secretary of the Alumni Association, and director of admissions. Major Kling retired in 1960, and this award was established in his honor at that time. I remember Steve as a warm and friendly person. Steve loved young people and derived great satisfaction from watching his boys, as he called them, grow up and become responsible adults. For many years, Major Kling himself returned each year to present this award until several years ago when poor health made this impossible. And on April 14, 1985, Major Stephen J. Kling passed away. But it is an honor to perpetuate his memory by the presentation of this award. Stephen J. Kling Award presented this year to Shirag Dalakia. Just wanted to be sure that he understood that he had to return the cup.
Especially beautifully polished this year. Mrs. Moss worked on it all morning, so it is beautiful. We have one more award to present. If you'll notice, the front row of seats is empty, and part of that was because the students would be so close and we didn't have no one there. So if any of you parents want to take a picture in this next big event, you may come and sit along the front row and take your picture. Because we are now at that particular moment when we will now award the 8th grade diploma. Azhar Muhammad Ali. Mangai Arkazi Arumaga. Jonathan Lewis Bertoletti. Kiran Basredi Ufal. Joseph Raymond Ramon. Miles Justin Brown. Courtney Michaeline Burke. Dustin Miles.
Yeah, Justin!
Dorian Wesley Height. Dane Andrew Jones. Sidharth Arvind Singh. Meredith Lee. Ann Carol Kimball. Margaret Ellen Hitler. Elizabeth Ann Knudsen. Rachel Patel Malinga. Susan Ellen Nesbitt. Robert Edward Newton. Lisa Todd Payton. Andhra Jagdish Patel. Brenda Joyce Brown. Hayward Cindy Dana Marie Sasso. Karma Shaw. Paul Dabrowski. And you have leaders of the 21st century. I would like to invite all of you to attend the upper school awards assembly tonight at 7:30, and particularly for the upper school commencement tomorrow at 10 o'clock, 2:30 in the morning. Thank you all so very much.